I know what it's like to have no confidence. It's a tough place to be in. Well, in today's video, I'm going to be telling you how I overcame my issues using inner style and how you can use inner style to overcome yours. Let's get into it. What is happening, guys? Ryan here with Top Notch Persona. If you're new to this page, consider hitting that subscribe button. Talk about style and fragrance related topics centered around the idea of helping you gain confidence by looking, smelling, and feeling your best. If you like the topic that I'm talking about today, remember to give this video a thumbs up and comment down below. You gotta comment, let me know what you think about this. Alright? I think this is a very powerful secret in helping you get confidence. It really helped me. It was probably the primary thing that helped me develop from someone who severely lacked confidence to someone who now has incredibly high levels of confidence. Also, make sure you watch to the end because I'm going to be telling you the most powerful, impactful secret that will, without a doubt, change your life when you start to implement it into your daily routine. So make sure you watch to the end. Alright guys, without further delay, let's get into the video. Okay, first off, you're probably wondering what even is inner style. Well, inner style is knowing how to leverage your external style in a way that encompasses your personal identity. And I know that sounds like a mouthful, but I'm going to break it down for you. Essentially, it's about having a strong sense of self. So it's far too easy to get swept away in being stylish or fashionable for other people, right? You look around and, you know, like most jobs have dress codes. There's a certain way to do things, like you go on that job interview or you go to a wedding or you go somewhere and every time you go there, you essentially conform to what their standards are. So it's very, very easy to kind of get lost in all this this chaos. What's difficult, I'm not going to say this is easy because it's absolutely not easy. It took me years to do, but it was totally worth it, is to develop your identity. Like, if you have a strong enough sense of self, your inner style is just going to blossom. Now, it's very easy to miss this because today in advertisements and on TV, we see an image of an alpha male, someone who's strong and confident, a provider, somebody who is very successful, has a great job. We see that as being the ideal image for a man. And unfortunately, all that stuff is external. It's stuff we can see. We can physically look at it and pinpoint, yeah, that's what makes that guy alpha. That's what makes that guy a successful man. However, with inner style, and the reason inner style is more difficult is because you can't see it, right? Like, you can walk past somebody and look at their style. They might be wearing a nice suit, you know, might have a nice waistcoat or whatever. They're wearing something, they look really good, but there's no way you'll really know what's on the inside or how their personality is until you meet them. So inner style is definitely more hidden, I would say, from the world, and it's something that you have to prioritize, because if you don't prioritize it, no one else will. So now that you know what inner style is, I'm going to tell you exactly how you can start to find yours. Alright, so first off, what you need to do is figure out your personal code of ethics. What I mean by this is you need to figure out which traits really encapsulate your identity, like which traits you really believe in. So with me, my code of ethics would be integrity, empathy, and identity. Alright, so integrity is basically having morals and being a good person and being trustworthy, and it encapsulates much of what I believe my core identity is. Empathy is also very important, especially if you're going to be around people a lot. If you're working a job that really requires you to use your social skills. But a lot of life involves interacting with other people, right? And if you lack empathy, or if someone doesn't have empathy, they're not going to be able to connect with other people, and that's really going to kind of hinder their inner style. Lastly, as I already kind of touched on, is identity. So for me, having a strong sense of identity and doing what I believe in is crucial. It's probably the most important part of my inner style. If you're not sure which traits you really feel passionate about, here's what I recommend doing. Write a list of 3 to 5 qualities that you believe are the most important to have, or that you like to see in other people. So essentially, what you're doing is creating your inner style on paper, right? Because, like, writing things down, getting your thoughts out, is oftentimes the first step in a much, much bigger project. So it's essential you kind of just get this all out on paper or on your computer, just get your thoughts out somewhere and try to figure out 3 to 5 key qualities that you absolutely think other people should have. After you have all your thoughts down and have identified 3 to 5 traits, what I want you to do next is write a little bit about why you admire that trait. So let's say one of your qualities was honesty, right? You would write, the reason I like seeing honesty in other people is it makes me feel like I can trust them. I know that I can go to them for advice, and I never have to worry if they're telling me the truth. So do that for each of your qualities to just really start to understand what is it about those traits that makes you admire them so much. So after you have your list, and after you've kind of put thought into each of these traits and identified why exactly you think they're great traits to have, step 2 is going to involve you taking those traits into the world. All right, so step 2 is finding your raison d'etre. Now, I mentioned this in my Am I Attractive video, right? Your reason, essentially, like, why are you doing what you're doing? It does make you incredibly attractive. People definitely notice, they definitely admire when they see someone who's just so driven, so laser focused in what they're doing, that they're not even paying attention to the rest of the world, because they know they're the most important person in their life and they need to watch out for themselves. All right, so that's mainly inner style, right? Because you have the traits, you have the schematic essentially for the inner style. Now you need to implement it into finding your reason for being, right? And this will be incredibly tough. This can be. I mean, obviously, every university in the country and probably the world has career guidance centers. You know, there's people who have full-time jobs who have to work with students to essentially just help them find a job or help them figure out what they want to do with their life, because a lot of times people do not know that question, especially once they start college, or even early 20s. It's like you have no idea what you want to do. But by identifying your code of ethics, it makes you put into perspective a little more what exactly you do want to do, what your reason to being is going to be. I know this one is kind of dense, and give me a thumbs up to let me know you're still with me, or if you have any questions right now, let me know in the comments and I'll help elaborate. But essentially, I think it's simplest to kind of put it like this. All right, a code of ethics plus a raison d'etre equals confidence, right? Because that's what it's all about. We're trying to get confidence through our style, right? In this case, through our inner style. Now, you might be wondering at this point, what is the connection between inner style and external style, right? And it's very simple, actually. A big problem many guys have when starting out is they feel the need to dress like other people, right? Remember in my video about dressing up or leveling up your style, I said that there was a difference between emulating and copying. Emulating takes more work. Copying is easier. And I think that's why a lot of guys do it. They'll just see a style they really like and just start to copy it. But that style isn't theirs, right? So here's the connects between inner style and external style. If you know who you are, it's going to make you know how, or it's going to help you know how you want to dress, all right? So the best part of style is that it conforms to your beliefs and standards. That is, having a strong sense of inner style is going to be incredibly impactful on your external style. You need to know who you are and what you want to be able, or to get the most out of how you're dressed, right? And when you get the most out of how you dress, you feel, again, what? The most confident, right? That is what it literally is all about for me, and I'm sure for many guys, for many of you, right? Confidence is key. You might be thinking, you might be a little upset right now. You might be thinking that, Ryan, this seems like a lot of work. This doesn't seem easy at all. And unfortunately, the hard truth is that it's not going to be easy. Not many people, if any, I'm not even sure if anyone is just born with confidence, but it is a very tough, rigorous process. You're going to learn a lot about yourself through trying to attain it, right? And the sad fact of it is that with some people, it does take a little longer. So with me, it took a good 8 years to really get into the place I am now, or to get on track to start getting into the place I am now. It took a long time. I had to go through a lot of challenges to really discover what my inner style was. But once I did, it made everything incredibly easy. Like, things are so clear now. So yeah, you're going to have to put in some work to figure this out and to start going, but I am telling you 100% it is definitely worth it. Now that I've given you the blueprint for achieving inner style, I have one more tip for you that's really going to change the way you go through this process. Alright, and again, it's not easy, so I apologize. I'm not giving you any magic answers or advice that's just going to, like, change your life tomorrow. Like, you'll be a completely different person. It's going to take some work. Alright, but here it is. The most important thing that I learned while going through this process is that you just have to believe in yourself. Okay, that I know that probably sounds incredibly corny and like a waste of time. Like, you got all hyped up to hear the bonus tip, and I'm just telling you to believe in yourself. But I can sincerely say that no matter how tough times are, or no matter how little confidence you have, if you just believe in yourself, or believe that things will get better, believe that you can make things change, that you can put in the work, and eventually they'll reach a point where you are confident, man, that's everything. I mean, because really, like, if you don't believe in yourself, like I said in the beginning, it's like no one else will. You need to be the center of your universe. You need to put all your focus and your effort onto bettering yourself. And, if you don't believe in yourself, how can you ever hope to get inner style? Or how can you ever hope to get confidence? You need to start by believing in yourself, and then the rest will happen. Whether it takes a month, half a year, or like with me, 8 years. If you believe in yourself, it will eventually happen, and your life will eventually get easier. I'm telling you that. I've been through that. I've experienced it. I can promise you that. Honestly, the fact that you're here, the fact that you're even watching my content and wanting to learn how to improve your style and to gain more confidence and just be a better man is just already telling me that you are on track. You have already taken the first step to attaining confidence, to attaining a better version of yourself. And I'm so proud that you're even doing that. I mean, a lot of people, they let the fear get in the way. The fear of, oh, maybe I'll be the center of attention. Maybe people will notice me. They'll notice I'm changing. They'll think I'm trying to be somebody I'm not. But you are here and you're doing it, and I congratulate you for doing it, guys. So remember, when you look and smell your best, you feel your best. And that's what matters.